Heads up, if you want to skip the rant, go to here. Allow me to ask you a question. Do you enjoy headaches? Are you worried about hearing loss? Are your clients asking you to make it sound more blue? Come with me real quick. If you answered yes to any of those questions,
then we share an unbreakable bond, brothers and sisters.
Now, despite your family's best intentions of talking you out of going to a creative career, you did it anyway. Because we won't let those corporate vampires take any more of our souls, V. Look, I get it. It's a common story in this field. You've just graduated with your musical composition degree and took one long look at the job market and, like me, you saw the writing on the wall. And the writing read, try sound design. By now, you, the audience, is probably split into 3 categories. The ones that accidentally clicked on this video, the ones that already work in the industry, and the ones that are trying to break in. Just like the UK's property ladder, it's more like a career cliff. And what was considered good just a few years ago is not even good enough to get your foot through the door these days. And to make it worse, it requires an elusive particle, hard to observe, and even harder to capture. Taste. That's right, it's almost an entirely subjective matter. Any sound can be good or bad depending on context. Even a distorted Vine boom found its place into the internet's collective embrace. But your feeling of taste... God damn it, let me do that again. But your feeling of taste will be a crucial factor in your success. And how can you develop this? What are we doing here? I am here to bring your attention, in no particular order, a collection of gilded and goated sound guys that I cannot recommend enough for anyone, beginner or expert. And maybe together, we can all become great sound designers. Okay? Let's roll. So you have a recorder, and now you want to edit the sounds you've got. What's next? Get a DAW, or Digital Audio Workstation. I recommend Reaper for its reasonable trial model, by which I mean it never actually expires. What now? Kenny from Reaper Mania or John from Reaper Blog both got you covered. But Juice, why Reaper you ask? Because it's efficient, highly customizable, and it makes batch workflow much faster for game dev, if you're interested in that. You see, Reaper has a cult following, but it doesn't have the same marketing muscle as Avid Pro Tools. In fact, many in the industry dismiss it for its simplicity and lack of bundled plugins, but they shouldn't. Hey, Paul! Dan Worrall. This man is a treasure, really. I like to think of him as David Attenborough of audio, with a license to carry. Not only he has an immense treasury of knowledge to share, he brings receipts. A true goat.
As if the musician were placed at that point in the room. But hard panning a signal for binaural playback is a very different thing. Now we have a signal present in one ear that's simply not there at all in the other, which is something that never really happens in real life.
Mcgee. Have you ever played a game or watched a video about it and wondered, how did they do that? Well, Marshall is your guy. He explores creative approach to sound design, the stylistic choices of genres, and shows tangible results from his own sessions. Impressive. Very nice.
First method and make some simple EQ spikes. Then all we have to do next is just drench the sound in reverb. I went for a simple cement basement type of vibe, and now we have this.
Noah Sitrin. Noah is like a mad scientist with plugins. He started uploading tutorials on YouTube about 2 years ago, but the wealth of knowledge is top-notch. He does deep instructional breakdowns of his creations, and if you want to learn more about wacky processing and filtering, his channel is a go-to. Paul Renard. Paul. Originally from the land of baguette and wine, this man cooks hard. Not only does he have a very impressive list of credits, he also shares recipes on his channel, from libraries to sound design tools, creative tutorials and music. Mwah! Chef's kiss.
2 from my sublayer, and eventually webanizer to add more body to the full design. For the total sound, I recorded my Moog and enhanced the audio by adding several post-processing effects and sounds from external sound banks.
Vanessa Flores. Vanessa, or Vanny, is a 2-time Emmy-nominated sound editor. She rose in popularity on her socials by showcasing her tight, immaculate mixes, She's a pro, and her concise delivery is just right in short-form tutorials. She also runs courses for beginner freelancers and sound editors in general. Check her out. Bastian Gerner, aka the Foley Teacher. If you want to learn how to think about sounds as a Foley artist, then look no further. Foley Teacher is an educator and a creator focused on Foley artistry. He makes tutorials and behind the scenes on recording and editing sounds like footsteps, cloth movement, machinery, and more. It's one thing to just press record, another knowing how to perform the perfect take. And finally, James Denholm. James is a little busier these days than he used to be, but he still has a ton of content for you to get through. From redesigns to tips and tutorials, he will show you the way to a punchy and tonal sound aesthetics. Good on you, James. Wow, you've made it all the way to the end. That's cool. I appreciate that. Check out the list of everybody I've mentioned in the description below. What? Oh, right. Hey, I'm a sound guy myself, and I have some sounds to share with you. It's a collection of old and new recordings I've made through my career. I will be adding more to it as it grows, and you can get it for free by clicking the link you know where. I'm Flying Juice, and it has been a pleasure. Ta-ra, ta-ra. Why do I do this?